when you're struggling to lose fat and you see someone else making it look almost effortless, it's easy to think to yourself, why is it so hard for me and yet so easy for them? This can be a terrible question to ask if it comes from a place of frustration. When you're thinking to yourself, what's wrong with me? How come I can't stick to my diet? This person must have incredible genetics to be able to burn fat so easily. Or this can be a fantastic question to ask when it comes from a place of curiosity. When you're inspired by the amount of control someone else has over their portion sizes. You see how carefree they are when they're out with friends. They're not worried about how many calories are in their foods. They're enjoying all their favorite treats in moderation. And you think to yourself, wow, like I wonder what it is that got to them to this point. I wonder what I can learn from their experiences and apply to my lifestyle so I can be carefree as well and really learn to exercise that kind of control with my nutrition and really live my life to the fullest without any of these stresses that I'm currently facing. So you can see it's the same question. Why is it easier for them? Yet it's your mindset, your attitude towards that question that can totally change your experience in that moment and propel you forward. Rather than focusing on the problem, why is it so hard for me? Why is it so easy for them? You're focused on the solution. Like, what can I learn from these people? Like, success leaves clues so I can apply it to my lifestyle and become the best version of myself. Now, I reflect back on my journey here when I was 50 pounds overweight and really struggling to lose that fat. My ex-wife at the time, natural for her to eat to satisfaction. She was great at managing her portion control, great at eating in moderation. Like seeing her eat one cookie, seeing her take like one scoop of ice cream out of the tub, put it into a bowl, enjoy that. Like that was enough for her. It's like she wasn't like forcing herself to do it, wasn't beating herself up thinking, I wish I could have more of that. No, like that was enough to satisfy her. Whereas if I had one cookie, that box was gone. One scoop of ice cream, that entire tub was gone. So I'm really grateful that my kids adapted her natural ability to eat to that point of satisfaction. Whenever I'm out, I could be at an all-out sushi buffet with them. They know they're done. Like when they get to that point of satisfaction, they don't enjoy feeling full. They never want to feel stuffed. They savor every bite. They savor the moment. When they're done, they're done. So I wasn't born with that. It's not something that we can learn and say, man, I wish I was born with that too. No, we weren't. It's not natural for us, although it's natural for them. We can still learn from their behaviors, learn from their actions. The biggest thing I learned from my ex-wife is that she could have like one cookie today and she'd have another cookie tomorrow. She'd have a small treat each and every day. And whereas myself personally, I was kind of waiting for that cheat day experience, whether I was doing calorie cycling where it was like 3 days in low calorie, one day was a refeed where I could have that treat, or just waiting for the weekend to have that treat. It's like because I had to wait several days before I could have that treat, it was always on my mind leading up to it. Once I had it, it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna eat as much as I can, knowing I'm not gonna be able to have it for another few days or even a week from now. Where I saw like, once I started realizing like, she's having a little bit each and every day, I guess I could have a treat each and every day, and just knowing, giving myself permission to have one of my favorite treats each and every day is like, okay, if I have some right now, I don't need to eat the whole tub because I can have some more tomorrow. I can just have a little bit today, knowing that I can have a little bit tomorrow. I'm not in this panic mode. I got to eat it all up because it's going to be another week before I get to treat myself again. And I find like a lot of times, just knowing that I had that permission to have a treat today, there'd be times like, well, I don't really need it today, but I know I can have it tomorrow if I wanted it again. So another valuable lesson I learned from that experience is that although there are some people like my ex-wife and my kids who naturally are able to eat to that point of satisfaction, most of the people you see who are able to get lean and stay lean, it took years and years of practice, and they're still practicing, still trying to improve upon their nutrition habits. A lot of people look at me and assume it's always been easy for me, that I've always been lean, and that definitely has not been the case. Although I grew up lean as a kid and a teenager, I owe a lot of that to my mom, who enforced portion control. Our dinners were always the appropriate portion size. She'd go grocery shopping once a week, and we get like, she just brought in a few treats into the house. We'd get one box of cookies. I'd get a row. My sister would get a row. My mom and my dad would each get a row. If I ate more than my row, there would be hell to pay. So we didn't ever do that. When I did eventually get married and leave the house, I wasn't used to enforcing portion control on myself. Someone else was always doing it for me, so I didn't know what to do. I had a row of cookies. I'm like, oh, well, you know what? I can have another row. I can eat this whole box right now. No one is going to give me hell for doing this. And that's what happened to me. When you add that in addition to the life stresses that really kicked me in the butt at the time, that is when I gained the 50 pounds of fat, my mid to late 20s. And then I struggled in my early 30s to lose that fat, even though I am a coach, even though I know what to do. But that was my education. I went to university, got a degree in kinesiology, movement science, learned all about personal training, got personal training certifications, nutrition certifications. Like, I knew what to do. I just struggled to apply that information. It was something new to me, and I had to keep learning throughout that process. And it took me years to get to that point. Again, learning from my ex-wife and her portion control, and learning from others who were experiencing great success when it came to losing fat, being able to get lean and stay lean, and just learning from my own personal experiences, having that sense of a curiosity rather than beating myself and feeling guilty, like judging myself for it, thinking, like, this needs work. What can I do to improve upon it? And really recognizing that, like, having that heightened sense of awareness that I just didn't enjoy feeling stuffed. I didn't enjoy feeling overfull. So although I was planning like that once a week, I'd be going out with the guys on the Friday evening, there'd be a huge spread. I had a tough time controlling myself in that regard. So I'd eat really light the rest of the week in preparation for that. But recognizing that still, although I was able to lose weight on that, it wasn't serving me best, because I'd go home at the end of the night, have acid reflux, sleep like crap, wake up in the next day, and my digestive system's all out of whack and feeling sluggish, feeling gross overall. Even though I was losing fat, it didn't suit me best. So having a heightened sense of awareness, like, that's not best for me. How can I become better in these situations? How can I learn to eat to that point of satisfaction during these situations? So really learning that I can have treats throughout the week. I don't have to save it all for one day where I'm just going to go hog wild, and just really know that in that moment where I'm tempted to eat more than I should, I'm going to pay the price next day. I don't want to feel like that. So my whole vision was to avoid pain and gain pleasure. So I don't want to feel the pain and discomfort from overeating. I want to feel the pleasure from eating to that point of satisfaction, walking away knowing that I savored every bite, that I enjoyed the company, like I really took my time chewing my food. I've been talking a lot about this with a few of my clients recently. Just this past week, one of them who has been dining out at restaurants, some really nice restaurants, another one who won a gift certificate for like a chef to come into their home. And I'm talking about like how, like, not in our North American society, I think like France or anywhere else where they're able to like eat really good food but maintain their body weight. It's because it's like great quality food in small portion sizes. You go to a really expensive restaurant, you're like, these portion sizes are like nothing. This is ridiculous. I'm not getting my money's worth here. But then you taste the food, you take your time chewing it, you savor every bite, like, whoa, like, this is off the charts amazing. This is how food is supposed to taste, and you don't need a large portion. You're satisfied just by like, tasting that great flavor. Whereas in North America, it's all about the portion sizes. Who cares how much it tastes like? Scarf it down. I want to get my money's worth here. So definitely different mentalities when it comes to that. And again, it comes down to that heightened sense of awareness. Like, I would rather enjoy a really good, delicious meal in a smaller portion size and just really savor that experience than to just eat a large portion size just for the sake of eating it, knowing that I'm going to feel gross and disgusting afterwards. So having that heightened sense of awareness, really paying attention to not just how someone else is eating, but their overall lifestyle. Like, for me, a lot of what's helped me get to this point of satisfaction is not just paying attention, having that heightened sense of awareness with how I'm feeling while I'm eating, but getting my sleep under control. 3 years ago, I decided to prioritize my sleep, and I'll get 8.5 hours of sleep on average. I find that's really helped me control my appetite. Just my overall lifestyle, it's all about living my life to the fullest, doing activities that bring great joy to my life. I'm not doing an activity because it burns more calories or something that I have to do in order to lose fat. It's like, I can't wait to get to the gym today because I love working out. I can't wait to do yoga now because I thrive from that experience. I really look forward to it. I love the challenge. I love how I'm learning and growing through this yoga experience during the past 5 months. I love getting out on the paddleboard. I can't wait. The weather's starting to warm up here. I want to get out there every opportunity I can. Walking chief, I can't wait to do that in the morning. I can't wait to do that in the evening. Like, I live an active lifestyle because it brings great joy to my life. So just really learning to design my lifestyle in a way that allows me to thrive in all aspects. And again, it does come down to nutrition, like paying attention to the foods that satiate me, the foods that nourish me, like are loaded with nutrients that provide me with energy to perform my best in the gym, all that I'm doing throughout the day, mental clarity, mental focus, become aware of the foods that make me feel a little bit sluggish, and eating those in moderation, picky and choosy when I'm going to enjoy those things, because I still enjoy those flavors, but just having that heightened sense of awareness with the amount of foods that allow me to thrive and really get the most out of that overall experience. So having that heightened sense of awareness, not just with how people are eating, but their overall lifestyles and and just really not turning your nutrition into a stress. Like I mentioned earlier, it's all about feeling carefree about this experience. Like when I no longer track my calories because I have structure in my life. That's another thing to observe from other people's lifestyle. Like, first 3 meals of the day are pretty much the same each and every day. I look forward to those meals each and every day. I savor every bite and sip of those meals each and every day. Dinners, I have some of my favorite dinners that I look forward to each and every week. So really structuring your nutrition makes it stress-free. You know what you're going to have throughout each day, throughout the week there. So making it easier on yourself. They're not just randomly grabbing at stuff and worrying about what am I going to have for dinner tonight. You already know ahead of time. So having that kind of structure in place makes it super easy and super mindless for you. And when you're out dining with friends, not stressing over it, again, when you learn to eat to that point of satisfaction, like, you know what I can either take the doggy bag home, have the other half of it tomorrow, or I can just stop at half and that's good enough, or maybe share it with someone else. Share a meal. One of my former workout partners, Rick, every time he'd go out for dinner, we'd go out together. Him and his wife would share the entree. They shared their meals together. Like, well, that's a great way to have portion control. That's something I do. So I love eating. I kind of plan out throughout the day, a little lighter throughout the day to prepare for that meal at night, because I want to enjoy that meal to my fullest. Again, to the point of satisfaction. But if I want to have an appetizer, I'll have an appetizer. If I want to have dessert, I'll plan for that dessert. But again, if I'm going to have an appetizer and dessert, I'm probably going to be taking half of that portion of the entree home with me, because I just can't eat all that food in one meal. It's very rare that I do have dessert. It's got to be like a special dessert on the meal I really look forward to, and I got to plan for that so I don't feel overfull and I don't pay the price in the evening with poor quality sleep and acid reflux and all that stuff. And then just knowing that I can make up for it the following day, throughout the week as well. So really not stressing over it, not worrying about how many calories are in that meal, just enjoying it, just savoring the company. Again, chewing every bite slowly, savoring every bite, savoring every sip. That's really what it's all about. So that's like the lessons that I have learned, and I'm continuing to learn from my experiences, continuing to improve upon my nutrition, continuing to improve upon my overall lifestyle. Just really paying attention, even managing my stress plays a huge factor in how I'm able to control my appetite. As active as my lifestyle is, I love to chill as well, like winding down at the end of the night, getting outside, watching the sunset, maybe have a crackling fire going on while I'm reading a book. They're like doing all these things that is really living a balanced lifestyle allows me to be my best. It's not about go, go, go all the time and moving for the sake of moving. It's doing all the things that make me feel my best. So really, that's what makes things easier for me at this point, is because it's been years and years and years of practice to get me up to this point where I really had that heightened sense of awareness of what allows me to thrive. The amount of food that allows me to thrive, the type of food that allows me to thrive, the activities that allow me to thrive, the chill time that allows me to thrive, the sleep that allows me to thrive, just the mindset. Again, like asking these important questions, like not comparing myself to someone else, like why is it easier for them, but like why is it easier for them? Like, this is awesome that they're able to achieve these goals and to live this kind of lifestyle. Like, what are they doing there? Okay, I can apply that to my lifestyle right now. Let's give this a shot and see how I respond. That's really what it's all about, being true to yourself and really, you owe it to yourself to thrive and to live this life to the fullest. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want some more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked, and please be sure to share your thoughts and insights down in the comment section below. Really looking forward to hearing your feedback. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.